EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New Orleans Saints. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And you look at this Saints defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So it looks like they started some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, here's Walker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. The Saints at 7-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You talk about this Seahawks defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Olave holds it in. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can...
Touchdown, Saints! Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Walker with another carry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I play?
Yeah, you play defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And that carry just did something significant as well. It pushed him past Jerome Bettis on the NFL all-time rushing list. The bus had 13,662.
And not every carry you get in the NFL is going to be open field, right? A place you can make your cuts. You got to get some of those grimy yards, don't you? You got to go inside and run through people, just as Jerome Bettis did. That's what we've seen him do as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 54 yards. Orleans. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll try and throw for it. Completed the run. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Olave over the middle. And he'll be taken down right away up near midfield at the 47. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Welch. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Welch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Walker on first down. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. But he'd also ask him, as well as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13.684, and now he's soaring past that. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing it up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Looking to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
2nd and 5. That's going to be caught by Waddle. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A quick pass here to Godwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd and 9 now. On the move to his left. There's a nice move. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
The plan was clearly to challenge them. They sent a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now to the ground, here's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Bill He'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. Fourth and goal. Here we go. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. The try here for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to slither by, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Let's go, baby! 4th down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the...
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep following this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline.